I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. I always make it a habit of, ever since I've been younger, I always tried to make it a habit of finding my own way to do stuff. Even though I have a disability, I always make it a habit of always trying to create my own way of doing things. I never like depending on anybody for anything. The only time I did is when I was younger, after I had my surgery, and that's because I had to. Then immediately I fell into a cycle where it was easier to depend on people. So I started that for a little while and I ended up hating it. Got out of it and got back to trying to do things for myself. It's just something about accomplishing something for yourself and creating something for yourself and being able to pay for and do things for yourself and not having to depend on nobody else to do it or to have to depend on their money to pay for stuff. It's something about having your own and creating your own and doing it yourself, putting in that work and seeing that work that you've been putting in start to amount to something and seeing it grow and seeing yourself being able to do things that the past you wouldn't never did, say things that the past you wouldn't have never been able to say, create things that the past you wouldn't have never been able to create, or think things and say things that you know the past you wouldn't have been able to do. That's the beautiful part about my growth as a spiritualist and as a person. I'm growing in ways that I never even expected. I'm able to speak on things that the past version of me wouldn't have never been able to speak on. And I'm growing in ways that I never expected to grow. And I'm proud of it because it's like I put in work for it. And that's another thing about you putting in work for something and you doing it yourself. You know the time you put in, so you enjoy every little bit of success because you know everything you had to go through to get it. Ain't nobody had to put you on. You ain't had to ask nobody no questions. You ain't had to go through nobody, ask nobody approval. You know what you went through and you know what you had to work through to get where you at. And you know what you still working towards to get there. And you doing it all yourself. There's no more better independent feeling than grinding for something and you start seeing the progress after putting years of that grind in, and you finally start to see it trickle in, and you know how hard you've been working for it. You know everything you sacrificed for it. You know everything you went through to get there. There's no better feeling than having that independence. But in that, I've also noticed that it's okay to finally ask for help